Barring all fears, concerns, and sometimes criticisms, against all odds, Nigeria can now confidently tick the box of petroleum product sufficiency in country, courtesy the Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals. It's the commissioning day for this largest plant of its kind in the world, so it had to draw the array of guests that came calling. The president is here at this plant complex like he did last year, just as his arrival signals the beginning of proceedings. A proud moment it is for Alhaji Aliko Dangote, and to clear all doubts regarding today's ceremony, he assures that this plant will refine crude oil and will produce PMS and other petroleum products into the Nigerian market.
We have built a refinery with a capacity of 650,000 barrels per day of crude oil, plus 900,000 metric tons of polypropylene in a single train, which is the largest built ever. We have selected the best plants and equipment and the latest technology from across the world. Our product slate is designed to meet the highest quality standards of the high-value products, including premium motor spirit, PMS, automotive gas, oil, diesel, aviation fuel, kerosene, ATK, all of Euro 5 standards that will enable us to meet, not only to meet our country's demand, but also to become a key player in the African and the global market. Our coastal location and offshore loading and offloading single-point mooring facilities with the capacity to receive all our crude oil supplies and evacuate up to 75% of our liquid products, giving us direct access to the rest of Africa and the global market.
For the numbers, one of the persons who saw returns on investment of this project says Nigeria's economy will practically become better for it.
The takeoff of this refinery comes with numerous economic benefits to Nigeria. In the first instance, it will generate thousands of direct jobs of over 135,000 permanent jobs. I'm also proud to state that electricity of about 12,000 megawatts of electricity will also be generated. More importantly, this project avails Nigeria with significant savings, both in terms of foreign exchange and in easing the fiscal burden of our federal government.
This project is sited in Lagos and it could have been elsewhere, so it speaks fortune and the host governor feels honored.
45 years ago, and you see the coincidence in the story, 45 years ago, who came to Lagos all the way from another mega city in our country, Kano, who saw the prosperity, the diversity of our country, who came with nothing, but in 45 years has built the biggest empire in the world for Africa.
It's his last week at work before he bows out. It turns out to be a busy one, oiled by this historic event. President Muhammad Buhari has got some bragging rights here.
I often sense a quiet expectation that our country is blessed with resources and human capacity to lead Africa's rise to economic prosperity and the attainment of Agenda 2063, the Africa we all want. But to achieve the goals of Agenda 2063, Africa must come together. We must integrate our economies, eliminate barriers to trade, and energize our youthful population to scale up our productive capacity.
Adding his voice is the Vice President-elect, who is standing in for the President-elect. This should be an inspiration for whatever they hold there when work resumes.
That the Dangote Refinery will be the most consequential single project to come on stream in recent times, and is bound to have a huge impact on the growth and development of our economy and positively influence the life and well-being of our people.
At the end of the remarks, Mr. President then leads some select group to a tour of the plant and then commissions same. For the records, the quality of petroleum products from this plant is the Euro 5 quality, and that's world class. It will also export some in addition to meeting domestic requirements, plus the petrochemical components.
Aliko and I bought the Port Harcourt and Kaduna Refinery. I owned 20% of that consortium. And of course, it was reversed by the administration that came in then. What a big shame. Big shame today. See what Aliko has done today. This to me is a lesson that government cannot run any business. And government should desist from trying to run a business.
It's not a very easy thing to pull, and even if you ask me, would I repeat something like this again? My answer would be no.